So, welcome back to the Greater Than Golf podcast. Here we are again with John Beck, my buddy John. Hello.
Hi Greg.
And I'm Greg Ferrouye. And today we're talking about practice. And in particular, talking about what it is that we practice and why. And there's three categories around the nature of how we go about practicing things that I've been thinking about. One is in thinking about what it is that we practice and why. There's a degree of what we talked about in mindset, which was around humility. So being honest about with where we're at, that helps to inform the decisions about what to practice and why. The second part is you got to go do the thing. Put some discipline into the execution of the thing that you are choosing to acquire in terms of a skill set or a capability or whatever it is. And then the third part being paying attention to the feedback or the progress that's being made. Sometimes it could be whatever the metrics are. It could be a metric. It could be other kinds of things that you put into practice so that you measure or can understand if progress is being made so that you can make adjustments. And that cycle kind of continues so that you can continue to begin to almost put layers of practice on top of each other as you continue to progress in that craft or that skill set.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking about.
So yeah, start with humility, huh? And where you go and how to decide or make an assessment of what we're going to practice or what we should be practicing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And why that's necessary, right, is otherwise we get into habits of just going out and hitting balls or doing what feels good.
Yeah.
Maybe doing something we're already good at, or not putting the right emphasis or the right work in the right areas to actually have the bigger impact in our score or what maybe just the quality of how we're playing on the course.
So you would say that every time that you go to, say, the putting green or the range, whatever it is, we've talked about putting. For me, it's short game.
Yeah.
It's not just, hey, I'm just going to go hit some more balls from 25 paces, 30 paces, 40 paces, at least for me. Is there has to be something.
Or it doesn't have to be. I'd say that it is most. I don't want to get into have tos because there is something about just refining and brushing up and keeping skills sharp. But for practice to really actually be effective, the most effective way to go about things, at least, would be to at least put key work in certain areas.
So the word that came to mind right there was intent. Like there is a specific intent before you even walk out there.
Or there's an assessment
to a degree.
In a way, like there's honest assessment of what actually needs work. Maybe it's a stat tracking in your scorecard, or outside point of view from a coach, or some sort of evaluation model maybe we can use to say, actually, what's causing me the most trouble or costing me the most strokes is like a 20-yard chip shot or a key, maybe it's your swing speed that is really not up to where it really should be to optimize like the distance you're getting off the tee.
Yeah. So maybe we rewind just a hair. Is you mentioned a couple of things around whether it's swing speed or whatever it is, whatever the part of your game is that you want to improve. I think that's the part. What is it? How do you even go back one step and say, what is it that I practice? And you were talking about an evaluation, but in some ways it's, how do you know what to evaluate? For some of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Where would you even start?
I would say, using an app or just some simple metrics on a scorecard to keep an honest track of maybe it's putts per, like a good one is putts per hole and then putts per round.
Yeah.
Add it up at the end and see how many putts you actually have. If it's over, if it's over 2 putts per hole is your average, it should be under, hopefully you're like 28 to 32 putts a round.
Now, is there a dependent? It depends. Is there an it depends? Because if I'm starting out, I'm a new golfer.
Yeah.
Right. And
okay. Yes. Is
that fair?
I'd say it is fair, but there are some really good indicators. I think if you're getting over 36, that means you're averaging more than 2 putts per hole. And I mean, what I tell my students is if you're over a 2 putt is a fail, 2 putts a pass, even an A.
Yeah.
1 putt is exceptional, and it happens not very often.
Right.
So if you go by that route of measurement, then you really probably should be paying a lot of attention to the green. But I would also say, if you can't actually get to the green, there is a point at which if you're having a trouble even getting off the tee and then getting to the green, there could be a reason to just go to the range and work on full swing or get a lesson and make sure that we're working on the right things.
Yeah.
There could be an assessment that says, okay, do I have the fundamentals here, or am I just am I just kind of flailing at this?
Yeah.
And do I need professional help? I mean, I
think we could all use some professional help.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
So having a good, honest assessment of, okay, like what's my knowledge base? What should I practice? But also there is am I practicing the right things?
Right. Yeah. And how do you know?
Greg, how do you know?
How do you know?
I mean, I'd say golf is a really honest sport.
Yeah.
And if your outcomes are somewhat outlandish, if we're losing a ton of balls, if we are going off off reservation quite a bit, it could very well be advantageous to, consult a coach or professional. Not just, YouTube is okay.
Sure.
To a certain point. Go on, maybe get a few drills that you can really actually hammer down on.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's not quite where I thought we were going with this. Seek professional help.
That's right. If it's your golf game, you can reach out to John Beck.
Oh, and you can reach out to many
PGA
PGA professionals, or there's people out there that are willing to help.
Yeah. Well, and I think what's fascinating about that part around seeking help is, and we see it all the time out there, it's if a PGA Tour pro has an entire team behind them. Now, granted, the stakes are higher, right? There's purpose and intent.
Totally.
But when we come and walk out on the course and decide to have an intentional way in which we can improve upon our game, and then we want to kind of hack
shortcut
it together.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm going to take this thing that I saw on an Instagram short or whatever, and I'll put it might be like the framework around how, what it is that you're doing. But I think that's the thing is, until it's how you have awareness. You were just right before now, we were talking about stretching, right? How you're doing this stretching exercise and routine, and are things that other people see or have an awareness or an insight in when they experience who you are or what it is that you're doing or how your body moves that maybe you never even recognized.
Yeah. I mean, I was teaching somebody the other day, and I'd played with him the week before.
Yeah.
So I had an assessment. Like I can assess pretty easily what is the hinge
Sure.
points within their game and what would
Yeah.
probably get the best return
Yeah.
on their investment, which practice is an investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you want to invest in the right things to get a good return on your investment.
Yeah.
So when I had the conversation with him right before a lesson, he said, like, I'm like, well, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
And he said a few things, and I'm like, well, what about your swing speed? He's like, my swing speed's fine. I'm like, well, we're playing together, and we're all so far ahead.
Right.
And it wasn't his swing speed was only a symptom of a lack of confidence and full intent off the tee. It's not that he didn't have capability.
Right.
It was the doubts. So all I had to do is bring out a swing speed monitor and give him something that wasn't a club.
Yeah.
It's the stack
Right.
swing speed stick, basically a training stick.
Yeah.
And he just needed to see the number in front of him, and he's swinging. And I'm like, you can, like, you have the capability.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remove the ball, you remove the driver, and just put like something else in your hand, and there's
potential.
There's ton of potential there.
Oh my goodness. So John, we could open a can of worms there on that.
Yes. So
little
where mentality
deal, right?
mixes in with everything, right?
Yeah. It's the idea where when somebody comes and looks from the outside, a coach or anybody else, and when you become vulnerable enough or you have humility enough to allow somebody into that space, in this particular spot, like what you were just talking about, is I see, or somebody else sees that opportunity and sees it's like the potential energy inside what is possible. And hopefully what you begin to feel is what it is that's blocking that or prevents that, or I don't know, whatever it is. When somebody else out there is saying, dude, it is so right there.
Yeah.
It is so possible. And when you have somebody else who can see that, both in a positive way and in a way like, here's might be what's preventing this from occurring. Let's free that up. Let's free those tissues up in your body. All of a sudden you find new movement, new capability, new potential, new opportunity.
Totally. And it went, I mean, there's two different guys this last week that is kind of the same but different.
Yeah.
Right. And get into it. And one of them is like, well, I'm just not flexible. Like there's these things. I'm just not.
Yeah.
That they think that they need to be like something different in order to get that.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, I ended up playing with him also before we ended up having a lesson, which was really useful.
Yeah.
I heard him say, "Oh, I was just being careful." I don't know how many times during the round, dink the driver 50 yards off the tee, just just being careful.
Yeah.
And then we get onto into session. He's trying to get him to practice the right things, the fundamentals right.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation about that. So, you know what you said the most on the course,
Right.
What I saw, and he's like, huh. And then I'm having him swing something that's not a golf club again.
Yeah.
And swing speed monitor. And he's hitting numbers. And I'm like, have you ever swung a golf club that hard? Well, no. Like, well, why not?
Yeah.
Because you can. Well, I just don't know. Like, okay.
So that's just the thing. I just don't know. That kind of thought, or however that gets expressed, that's the beauty I think, of coming with humility, hopefully that when you enter into that space where you can have a coach or somebody else that says, hey, take a look at this.
Yeah.
And it's, see what it is that's in me, about me.
And the thing is, no piece of equipment, no modern technology, driver, whatever it was going to change those things.
Right. Yeah.
But they had the humility, and they're investing to figure out the right things to do the right things to make the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the beauty of greater than golf.
Yeah.
We're talking about it's sometimes it's not the gear.
Not always. I mean,
always.
there's some things about the new technology that ends up playing in a good, gives a certain advantage, but man, an honest assessment of where you're actually at and what you should be working on, and then maybe doing the work to install that.
Yeah.
And that's the next part is okay.
Yeah. So let's go to that. Yeah. I was just about to say, let's do the work.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the, when you have made an assessment, and you could think of a myriad of things to be able to go work on, but that's part of the assessment around what is it that's kind of like a core fundamental or the primary, how you prioritize what it is that you're going to work on. Because if you were to go work on all the things all the time,
you'd be like a pro golfer in the PGA, like it'd be your job.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I have 1 hour as the light is getting, the light is fading quickly at the end of the day.
You're getting there after a full day work probably.
Right.
Or whatever, consumes the other priorities in your life.
Right. And I think there are all kinds of strategies, whether it's you're reading Atomic Habits, or there's a guy from Stanford, his name's BJ Fogg, and he's done a ton of research around similar to Atomic Habits, but how is it that you take these things, discover them, and then begin to create, really it's creating environments so that you can create space to put into play some of these practices so that you can build upon them over time. It's these small things that you can build over time, because that's what you have capacity for.
Yeah.
Not all the things all the time, a few things that can continue to build upon each other. And so the idea is to practice or have you create a space or an environment in which it gives you the opportunity to move into those spaces. And that's not an easy thing. I'm not saying that's a simple thing, but
I mean, I think what I've used and I think has been effective, and there's been plenty of non-effective. I mean, I've installed things into my own game that I'm like, I did it in practice, and I get on the course, I'm like, this didn't work, or like this may had opposite effect even. But it's funny to call things drills because you're like drilling them in.
Sure.
But I do think drills that are there are certain drills that are really effective, and it's I kind of go drill and then for real.
Yeah.
So like this is exactly what I want to install into my swing. Like and this drill is really effective at doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then try to make it, put it into like a scenario that's for real. Right?
Yeah, totally.
So that's maybe a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And then the other would be to practice in a way that is like you play. So put some pressure in place.
Yeah.
I like to putt 18 holes and keep track of strokes gained.
Yeah.
There's some apps that can help you do that. It's really pretty easy to do it on a piece of paper too.
Sure.
But have a series of 18 holes that are different. Break right to left, uphill, downhill.
Yeah.
Left to right. All the different variations.
Right.
And think of what your average putt length is on during your game, and then you're probably not going to have that many 4-footers.
Right.
I mean, you get maybe a couple around if you're lucky for birdie.
Yeah.
But most of those 4-footers are actually, if we're honest, they're for par.
Correct.
Or 7-footers. You're like, oh.
For me, it's save and bogey.
Yeah. You're like, made it. So put together something like that.
Yeah.
Or that's on the range. That's the other effective piece of practice can be is going through your bag. Like, okay, and mentally, this is a par 4.
Yeah.
But if it's a driver off the tee and then think about how long it would be from there, hit that club in.
Yeah.
And have specific targets that we're hitting at, not just a blank margin out there that the driving range is. So yeah, it'd be simulating that too.
Yeah. So there's the how you create what it is that you're doing when you're there. One of the things around the discipline is how you get there. We kind of went to, well, yeah, here I am. How do I go about creating that space so that I can get to the green in order to execute on these drills, to be able to perform the drills? Because sometimes I believe the biggest part of the getting to the drill is the hardest part. It's like getting to the gym is the hardest part. It's once I'm there, you can do the thing and there's intent and you're there and you can move through those practices, move through those exercises, those drills, the putting exercise. The difficulty, I think, for most people is getting there. And it's not just for you, it's all the people around you. Like even just as we're talking, there's stuff going on in the house if you can't hear it in the background. But part of it's because the kids are coming back from camping. They were camping anyways. But the idea that when is it that I can create some space to be consistent and predictable? So how do I craft a way that I can provide myself the best opportunity to go do that drill? That's the thing that can be one of the hardest parts, I think.
Yeah, that's an interesting conundrum. I have messed up priorities, so I'll make up time. Well, I do have a hitting net and mat in my garage too.
Okay.
So I don't have a fancy setup,
right?
But I have a rudimentary setup.
Yeah.
Enough to, I can know that I have solid contact and do swing speed training and the different things that possibly like maybe it's harder to get to it. So, but I think it is accessible in some senses to try to at least create something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be a bit intentional about what you do while you're in there. I do not go in my garage with my hitting mat and on the net and absolutely just smash balls over and over again.
Right.
I've made that mistake before over winter and came out the next year like just in shambles. It was not a good thing. I was pulling everything, just dead pulls left, and I'm like, how did this happen? I over practiced non-intentionally in my garage over the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over practice. So I think there's the part that you get to where when you practice, how you're doing that with intent and paying attention. It's that intentionality, right? Is like, you can go.
Yeah. And that gets, I didn't have feedback.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we get to feedback, I do want to say the thing that you did though, to create space, was to say, well, I can put a net or a mat or whatever it is. At least that creates an opportunity for you to be able to go work on a thing, right? Yeah. And sometimes it requires a bit of sacrifice, not just for your own life, but in other spaces, because there was a span of time where the only time that I could get to the gym was before anybody else was up. That was just it. I mean, we had soccer practices or, whatever, or things for us, kids concerts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so when is the time going to be available to go do this? Well,
It might be at 5:30
it
a.m.
might be at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like us, which I'm grateful for, it's go play 9 holes at 6 a.m. tee time, because that's when you can.
And that's because you can't. That's when you can
That's
on
when
the
I
weekday.
can. Yeah.
And it's a lovely time, actually.
It's actually quite lovely.
Yeah,
At
to
least
get out.
right now. Yeah.
This season.
Yeah, this season. But that's another point, here in Colorado, it's like, how do you create an opportunity for you to continue to work on the game, work on your craft, do some drills, perform some objectives with intentionality, and still go ski on the weekend.
Yeah.
It's so,
I mean, I really I'm not paid by these guys, but the stack system is been a really great one for me.
yeah.
It's a club basically without a head on it, and it has different weights
Yeah.
that stack on the end of it.
Right.
And it's all on an app on your phone that leads you through. You just need a swing speed monitor. They do have their own monitor that you can get that actually might be worth it, because they've really done a fully functional practice app
Yeah.
that you can really track
Sweet.
almost everything. Like it has the putting, it has chipping, like chipping to distances, and with the monitor that they sell you, you can actually track the distances.
Sweet.
And they have like I said, putting, but the swing speed is the piece that the original thing that they've done.
Yeah.
So they have like a warm up routine that's also a little bit of a plyometrics routine that you go do before the swing speed thing.
Yeah.
And you can do it almost anywhere, outside probably, or in a high ceilinged room.
Yeah.
I tried to do it inside my living room, and the first swing I put a little streak on the ceiling. I was like, well, that didn't work.
Evidence.
But like I did go from like 280 yard average drive to over 300
Yeah.
in a matter of 6 months, and now I've been using it for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it is a way to get my golf muscles, keep golf muscles in play, and to practice intentionally. I don't know. It's just a plug for these guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Stack, like if you hear this,
that's right.
Greg needs a stack.
That's right.
All right, he needs.
Well, and that's just it. I have no idea what my swing speed is. I have no idea what my swing speed is. I know that if I make contact with my driver, it's okay. I don't feel too bad.
Yeah.
If we move on to feedback, it's like, well, out on course, I feel like I'm long, which at in my mid 50s, I'm like sweet, It's
Yeah. I mean, you're 6'4" or 6'2"?
closer to 6'2".
6'2".
So I got long arms.
You got some leverage.
I do have quite a bit of leverage. So there's some of that there, but and I know that for myself, it's like, man, I do feel like there's probably more swing speed in there.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
I've actually never actually seen you swing full out. Have you? Do you?
I don't think I have.
No. Which is interesting. I've always watched you swing. I'm like, man, I wonder what that would look like if Greg absolutely.
Yeah, if I swung it like
100%.
100%, there's quite a bit left in there.
I've always watched you swing and wondered. I'm like, huh. Which I swing like 100% almost every drive, and I'm 5'9", and I feel like I need to do that just to get anything I can out of the bank. But what it has given me, that practice has given me the ability to do that and not do a pirouette.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stay on balance.
Yeah, because that's the key, is like, okay, how, like, can you, it gives you the confidence and the ability to be in balance and swing 100 whatever miles per hour.
So let's go to this really quick, because in order to kind of get to feedback,
Yes.
making progress, ultimately making progress.
Yes.
Building upon skills and we'll stay on this stack method. So if you could in just 3 short things kind of say, 1 is why did you choose stack? So we'll go through the cycle. Why stack? 2 is what you've been doing for the last 2 years. You kind of described that a little bit. And then ultimately, what are you learning and how are you progressing?
The stack system, there is feedback. There is a tracker. It's an app, right? So it tracks your progress within a session, or within I don't know what they call it, like the stack session, like I don't remember how. I think it's almost 2 months or 3 months worth of stack sessions.
So before you go further though,
yes,
why did you? What led you?
Oh, because my son was out driving me.
The truth is out.
Yeah.
The truth is out.
My son was out driving me, and I'm like, I'm not going away easy.
There you go.
But I did notice a little decline in my yardage off the tee. And I was like, well, and I was researching a lot of different things. I was in my performance mentality phase of like researching for coaching. Like what really is effective out there. And I came across this guy, Sasha McKinsey, who is the founder. And he's well researched. He like did his doctorate work on speed training and then created this stack system off of it. So I heard a podcast with him on it.
So you witnessed a need in your own game or a desire.
Yes.
You did some curiosity in terms of researching how might I make this improvement or whatever based on,
because there's some options out there,
because there were some observable outcomes, right?
Yeah.
Your son Cooper was out driving you.
He was getting older. He was like he's 18,
right?
And I mean come on, they can their bodies, they can go.
They've got some more. So then you made a decision, right? After doing some research.
And there was some commitment there because it costs.
Right. It costs.
Yeah. I could have got a new driver.
You could have, but you knew, but I think some of the humility and some other kinds of things, you're
and
like there's
with a shaft that wasn't like, that was more my swing speed.
Yeah. So there was some research done and some knowledge and a little bit of curiosity that led you to research and discover this stack system. And so now that you've had time to practice, time to do some of the drills, I guess, that stack is putting you through. What are you learning?
I'm learning that I have a lot to gain. I mean, the initial results after the first couple of months were promising.
Sure.
I was gaining speed, but lacking a little control in gaining that speed at first.
I would imagine that's
yeah. But then, like there just breakthroughs, breakthroughs and breakthroughs.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like I can crank the ball now, and I'm gaining. I like have speed, which gives me distance, and I'm doing it in a way that is fundamentally. I had to actually, this is a good thing. I remember this. I had to re-embrace doing it within the fundamentals of the swing too, not just swinging for speed's sake.
Right. Yeah.
I gained my speed, and I also then had to recommit to like doing it within the fundamentals of the swing.
Yeah.
And like the what is good, solid, good, solid square contact.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea is you have very tangible or tactile outcomes, right? So you've got the metrics that show improvement, and those metrics are actual swing speed, but then the way that actually gets executed out on course. I think you were even telling me, it's like we drove the green on
16.
Yeah.
At Collindale, it's 340 yards.
Yeah.
345.
Right. Yeah. So,
and I did it on 8 too. Yeah.
On 8.
That was where I actually got the eagle.
Right.
On 8. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So outcomes are feedback for sure.
Feedback. And I'm actually in an interesting spot now with it. And this is worth talking about, I think, for us, is I'm having a little bit of a regression.
Yeah.
within swing speed.
Sure.
I haven't stopped doing the stack system,
Yeah.
but to the truthfully, I stopped doing it 100% fully within, like, I wasn't doing the warm up as much as I used to, and the plyometrics piece of it as I did.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of shortcutting into the swing, the swinging with the weighted thing going through the program. And I have lost a little bit of speed and had a little regression. And so now, like, I'm like, okay, wait, I did commitment and a little bit of a self-assessment of how am I actually doing this 100%.
Would you say, is that because maybe you moved into other parts of your game in order to go work on those things? It goes back to what we were talking about before, is can you do all things all the time? Can you do all the things all the time? And
there could be a bit of that. Like there are other areas where I might have been putting my focus, and I lost a little bit of focus on that piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
But I was not, I like self-assessment, honest, humility.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't doing the full deal. I wasn't doing the full program.
Yeah.
So
what would you expect?
What would you expect? Right? I thought I could just do enough to maintain.
So that's what's interesting about maybe kind of how we wrap up, because I feel like there's a whole lot more we could do here. Not just what we're talking about in golf is the skill set around swing speed primarily, but other parts of the game. But I also think about, what it is that we bring even into our own lives. It could be whether it's working out or even just how we build relationships with our spouses.
Yeah, I actually think also, like, it's what we bring into our own life, but it might be what our life is kind of ends up bringing into our the practice, or like the ability to do the whole thing,
right?
Or like, how much stress have I been under?
Yeah,
and is there now, like, what are the effects of this outside stress on my practice?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the outcomes, like you were saying, are tangible, and then you can see a dip based on, well, I'm not fully committed. It's like, or there is something that, say, you pulled away from the full system. But I do wonder, it's like, can we be able to do all things all time? If I work on swing speed, there's a progression that occurs. There's feedback that gets to where I can make some progression. And I know that there's some improvement based on where I started, right?
Yeah.
And is it worth taking a slight regression, I guess is one way to say it,
in that,
so that it's like, okay, well, here, I've acquired this skill. I've acquired some swing speed.
Yeah.
And I've acquired enough swing speed so that now, if I continue to take that and log it and have it be a part of my game, now I can go work on some other parts of the game. It's not that I don't neglect this part, but I need to go work on some other kinds of things. It's this ongoing cycle of curiosity, humility. This I know I've improved upon. Now we can go chase after the next part of the game. But then it's how you build in those layers around the whole entire thing and continue to progress.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you bring up a really good point of, if we're not necessarily a long drive champion, like trying to compete for a long drive championship.
Right.
So like, there'd probably be an honest assessment on the other parts of my game.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can afford a little bit
right
of my average drive doesn't need to be 320 yards.
Yeah.
For my scoring average to be better, if I can add in the short game, whether it's putting or around the green, or maybe it's a 60-yard shot that I need to go hone.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be swinging 110 miles an hour at that.
Right.
Hopefully. I mean, it's probably not the most effective way to go about your 60-yard shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is worth, and I could probably do that assessment on my own.
Yeah.
I can't be like 100% all like swing speed and then never work on everything else. It doesn't work very well.
So it seems like the way to maybe wrap up on this is understanding that going into what it is around a practice session is just creating the environment so that you can do these things, right? One is create the space, not only just physically in terms of time of day or whatever it is, or in your garage, but it's also space in your mind so that you can do it with intent, do it with curiosity, and then being able to make some decisions and do some research that fit the objective that you desire. Being able to have that environment in that place where you can actually go do these things, drill, practice, and then have measurable outcomes. There's nothing new here, right? It's like have some measurable outcomes that you can assess. Is progress being made? So swing speed improves. You can drive a green that maybe you had never before. So there's also tangible outcomes to your game. In order to be able to hold on to that, there's some criteria that has to occur, but you can't just stay there, right? It's like you begin to layer on new skills, new capabilities. And then hopefully what you discover is you continue that process of humility. You opened up the door to some new opportunities. And I think that's an important thing to get back to where we started, is being able to allow yourself to see the potential of what's there and making yourself available to receive that from other people.
Yeah, totally.
As well.
Yeah.
See, now I got to go out and try to swing my driver as hard as possible.
I don't know if you really do or not, but it'd be interesting I want to entertain this and see what is possible for you, Greg.
That's interesting. Let's go do it. All right. Well, thanks, John.
Thank you, Greg.
Well, thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We'll see you. The exciting thing about next time is we're going to be talking about play.
Yes.
So adventurous play is the next episode we'll be talking about. So check us out then, probably in a few weeks. Awesome. Thanks.